welcome to our cozy English corner again. I'm smiling already because it feels like one of those calm days where you just want to talk and breathe a little.
Yeah, I feel that too. It's one of those moments where nothing dramatic is happening, but somehow that makes it perfect for a good conversation.
Exactly. And I love those days, honestly. They're the kind of days you actually want to talk about, not just fine, okay, busy, but something real.
Which is interesting because that's actually what many people struggle with in English, talking about their day in a natural way.
Oh, yes, the classic question, how was your day? And suddenly your brain goes completely blank.
Totally. Even native speakers do that. But for learners, it can feel like a small exam.
And today we're making that exam disappear. No pressure, just real conversation.
Yeah, we're talking about how to describe your day using the present perfect, but in a human way, not a textbook way.
Because life isn't a grammar exercise.
Sadly, or maybe happily.
Before we jump in, let's just say this. If you enjoy natural English conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us keep creating for you.
And we really mean that. This little studio exists because people listen.
So, let me ask you something very simple, George. How's your day been so far?
Well, I've had a pretty calm day. I've answered some emails, I've had too much coffee, and I've already forgotten where I put my keys twice.
That sounds very human.
Exactly. And notice what I just did there. I said, I've answered, I've had, I've forgotten. That's present perfect, but it doesn't feel grammatical. It feels like life.
Yes, and that's the magic. Because when we talk about our day, we're often talking about experiences up to now, not a finished story.
Right, the day is still happening, so we naturally use present perfect to say what has happened so far.
Can I try?
Please do.
Okay. I've had a slow morning, I've been thinking a lot, and I've already replayed one awkward conversation in my head about 5 times.
That last one is very relatable.
I think half of humanity has done that today.
Probably. And that's a great example because you're not saying when exactly it happened, you're just saying it's part of your day.
Reflective. Learners often ask, should I say I did or I've done?
Yeah, and the honest answer is it depends on what you feel.
Ooh, I like that answer.
Grammar teachers might not, but it's true. If the day feels open, unfinished, connected to now, present perfect feels natural.
Like when you say, I've had a long day.
Exactly. Or I've been really busy today. You're describing a state, not a timeline.
Okay, what about this one? I've just finished work.
Perfect. You're focusing on the result, not the exact moment. And that word just is gold. It makes your English sound very natural.
Like a little sparkle.
Grammatical sparkle, yes.
I noticed that when people learn English, they often want to list events. I woke up, I ate, I worked.
Which is not wrong, but it can sound a bit robotic.
Present perfect helps you zoom out. It's like saying, here's the feeling of my day.
Nicely said. You're sharing an impression. For example, I've had one of those days.
Everyone knows what that means.
Exactly. You don't need details. It's emotional shorthand.
Let's give some very real examples. Imagine someone asks you, how was your day?
You could say, it's been pretty good.
Or, it's been a bit overwhelming, to be honest.
Or even, it hasn't been great, but I'm managing.
That's such an important phrase. I'm managing.
Yeah, it tells a whole story without drama.
What about something more casual?
I've been running around all day.
Or, I've barely had a minute to sit down.
Those are beautiful, natural expressions, and they all live in present perfect because the day isn't over.
I think people are sometimes afraid of present perfect. It sounds big.
True, but it's actually very friendly. It's the tense of life experience.
And emotions.
Yes, you don't say, I experienced stress from 9 to 11. You say, I've been stressed today.
Okay, small challenge. I'll describe my day and you tell me if it sounds natural.
Go for it.
I've had a quiet morning, I've answered a few messages, and I've been thinking about what really matters lately.
That sounds not only natural, but very human. And that last part, I've been thinking, that's present perfect continuous, which is perfect for thoughts.
Thoughts are always continuous.
Unfortunately, yes.
So, for our listeners, here's something important. You don't need exciting days to speak good English.
Exactly. English lives in ordinary moments.
You can say, I've stayed home, I've taken it easy, I've just been doing my thing.
And all of those are natural, relaxed, and correct.
Can we talk about one mistake people often make?
Sure.
Saying, today I have done.
Haha, yes. Understandable, but slightly off.
It's better to say, I've done a lot today.
Exactly. In spoken English, we often put today at the end, or we don't even say it at all.
Because everyone knows it's today.
Right. Context does a lot of work for us.
I love that present perfect feels very honest.
It does. It lets you say, this is where I am right now.
Like, I've learned a lot recently.
Or, I haven't slept much lately.
That one hits close to home. And listeners, notice, you can be vague. Native speakers love being vague.
It's one of our greatest talents.
Teasing, emotional efficiency.
Exactly. You don't need numbers, times, or details, just the feeling.
So, if we had to give one simple rule,
I'd say this. If your day still feels alive, use present perfect.
I love that.
And if you're telling a finished story from the past, then past simple will wait patiently for you.
We'll talk more about that later.
We definitely will.
You know, talking about your day is also about connection.
Yes, it's not about grammar. It's about letting someone in, just a little.
And present perfect helps you do that without overthinking. Okay, let's keep going after a short breath because there's so much more to explore. Habits, emotions, and those little phrases people actually use.
Yeah, and it only gets more natural from here.
All right, we're back. And I feel like now we're really settling into the rhythm, like when a conversation stops feeling planned and just starts flowing.
Yeah, that moment when you forget you're explaining something and you're just talking.
Which is exactly how we want English to feel for our listeners. So let's go a bit deeper. When people talk about their day, they often want to share not just what happened, but how it felt.
Right, and this is where present perfect becomes even more powerful.
Because feelings don't have clear start and end times.
Sadly, no off switch.
For example, you can say, I've felt really tired today.
Or I've been a bit distracted all afternoon.
That word bit does so much work.
English loves soft edges. We rarely go full drama unless we mean it.
So true. Saying I've been exhausted feels very different from I've been a bit tired.
One sounds like a cry for help, the other sounds like a normal Tuesday.
Let's talk about questions, because it's not only about answering how was your day, but also asking it.
Absolutely. A very natural question is, how's your day been?
Not how was your day? That sounds like the day is finished.
Exactly. How's your day been invites present perfect in the answer.
And then the answers just open up.
Yeah, someone might say, it's been all right, or it's been one of those days, or it's been surprisingly good.
That last one is my favorite.
Low expectations help.
I notice that present perfect often appears with certain time words.
Definitely. Words like today, lately, recently, so far, and this week.
Like, I've been really busy this week.
Or I haven't had much time lately.
Curious. Let's talk about so far.
Ah, a very useful phrase. It clearly connects past actions to now.
Example tone. So far, I've answered 3 emails and avoided 1 phone call.
That sounds extremely realistic.
And maybe a little honest.
Honesty is very fluent.
Another phrase learners love is already.
Yes, I've already eaten. I've already finished. I've already told you that story.
That last one usually comes with a smile or an eye roll.
Or both.
And then there's yet.
I haven't finished yet. I haven't had lunch yet.
It sounds so natural, but it takes practice.
True, but once it clicks, it really clicks.
I want to talk about something very real. When your day isn't great, but you don't want to sound negative.
That's a very human situation.
You can say, it's been a bit of a long day.
Or, I've had a lot on my plate today.
That one is very expressive.
And very common.
It's interesting how food metaphors explain emotions.
English is hungry.
What about work days? People talk about work a lot.
Yes, you can say, I've been in meetings all day, or I've been dealing with emails nonstop,
Dealing with already sounds tiring.
because it usually is.
And if the day was slow,
I've had a pretty quiet day.
or I haven't done much, honestly.
That's a perfectly valid answer, by the way.
I think learners sometimes feel pressure to sound interesting.
But English doesn't require excitement. It requires honesty.
Boring days are fluent too. Let's bring in some expressions naturally, the kind people really use.
Sure, one I love is one thing led to another.
Oh, yes. I was going to rest, but one thing led to another, and now it's evening.
That phrase explains chaos very politely.
Another one, I've been meaning to.
Very good. I've been meaning to call you, or I've been meaning to rest more,
That second one is very popular.
especially among adults.
How about time flew by?
Beautiful phrase. I've been working, and honestly, time just flew by.
That's such a gentle way to describe a busy day. Can we talk about present perfect continuous again?
Of course, it's perfect for activities that started earlier and might still be happening.
I've been studying all day.
Or, I've been waiting for a reply.
That one carries emotion.
Yes, waiting always does.
There's also a cultural side to this.
Go on.
In many cultures, people give very detailed answers. In English, shorter is often better.
That's true. Saying, I've been busy is often enough.
Details come later if someone asks. So, English is a bit like knocking softly on a door?
Nice image. You don't enter the whole house at once.
Let's imagine a real dialogue.
Okay.
Hey, how's your day been?
It's been okay. I've been juggling a few things, but nothing too crazy.
That sounds so real.
Because it is.
Another one. I've had a productive day.
Yes, very common. Or I haven't been very productive, honestly.
Both are equally human. I love how present perfect lets you be gentle with yourself.
It doesn't judge, it just reports.
And for learners listening right now, you don't need perfection.
You need practice, patience, and permission to be imperfect.
And maybe a cup of tea. We're getting close to something important here, the emotional side of talking about your day.
Yes, because when someone asks, they're often really asking, how are you?
And present perfect helps you answer honestly without overexposing yourself. Let's hold that thought. We'll come back with a final reflection and wrap everything up gently.
Sounds good. Let's do that.
And here we are, in that quiet part of the conversation where things slow down a little. I always love this moment.
Me too.
It's where everything settles and starts to make sense.
You know, talking about your day seems like such a small thing, but it's actually one of the most human habits we have.
Absolutely. It's how we check in with each other. Not deeply, not dramatically, just enough.
And in English, present perfect fits that emotional space really well.
Because it's not about facts, it's about where you are right now.
When you say, I've had a long day, you're not giving information, you're asking for understanding.
Exactly. You're saying, this is my state. This is how I arrive in this moment.
And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to explain everything.
English gives you permission to keep things light or vague or unfinished.
Like saying, I've been dealing with a lot lately.
That sentence carries weight, but it doesn't demand a response. It just opens a door.
And the other person can choose how far to step in.
Exactly. Conversation as mutual respect.
I think that's something learners really need to hear.
Yes, you don't owe anyone a perfect story.
You can say, I've had a mixed day.
Or it's been up and down.
That one feels very honest.
Because most days are.
Let's revisit a few expressions we've used today just naturally.
Sure,
So far, it's been okay.
I've already taken care of the main things.
I haven't finished everything yet, but that's fine.
I've been meaning to slow down.
All of those sound like real life.
And they all use present perfect without trying too hard.
There's also something cultural here.
Yeah,
In English-speaking cultures, talking about your day is often a bridge, not a destination.
it leads to connection, not a report.
You start with, I've had a busy day, and suddenly you're talking about life.
Or complaining about coffee.
Or weather, always weather. So if you're listening and thinking, I don't know what to say about my day, here's the truth.
You already do. You live it.
English is just giving you a few gentle tools to share it.
And present perfect is one of the friendliest ones.
Before we close, let me ask you one last time. How's your day been now?
Honestly, it's been really nice. I've enjoyed this conversation and time flew by.
I feel the same. I felt calm, connected, and very present. And what about you listening right now? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Truly, even a simple sentence is perfect.
And remember, your English doesn't need to be impressive.
It needs to be yours.
Thanks for being part of our little English journey.
Thank you. Wherever you are, have a wonderful day.
And if you liked this episode, subscribe, leave a like, and share it. It really helps our little studio grow.
We'll see you very soon.